Good day to our social media family. Much love, appreciate you guys. As always, this is today's Real with real estate expert Kristina G.
And RealtorRichT.
All right, thank you so much for joining us again. Let's get into it. Hello, our loyal viewers.
Hi.
We're back.
It's us, your favorite real estate professionals.
So today we're gonna sing a lot during this one. Today's your 20 tips to help sell your home.
Whoa!
20, like we'll cruise through these.
It's like how old I am.
Yeah. 20, right? Me too. So thank you again, Keeping Current Matters, for keeping me informed on real estate. So then we're gonna kind of break this up into two different. We're gonna do the outside and the inside.
Okay.
So
He's an innie, I'm an outie.
Okay.
Flip that, reverse it, and we're good.
And carry on. So the curb appeal. So your entry is one of the most important things. I should not have started with that, right? All right.
That's so great. He just kept it going.
It says,
The
this
entry
is gonna
is the
get
most
worse.
important.
The entry. The next is the landscaping. You can't make ice. Look at the list. It's real. That is what's written down before. All right. So the entry to the home is one of the most important things because it's got to look clean and neat. And this is all right.
That's pretty.
I'm getting that phone call. Oh boy.
Welcome.
So we're just gonna go entry landscaping. 1 and 2, 3 is exterior lights because you can't twist exterior lights. So lighting's important for the curb appeal.
It is curb appeal is everything.
Don't forget to. All right. So exterior lights, they're gonna take us so serious. Oh.
This is great. All right, I've gathered.
That's 3. I said we're gonna get through this quick. There's 20. We can't get through 3. So exterior lighting. Wash the windows, inside, outside. Yes, especially they may look great at a certain time of day. The light hits it distracts. We talk about these things due to the fact these are the things that get you the higher number for your home. When you're selling your home, these are the small things you do to get that higher asking.
Yeah,
to create that competitive market.
Right, and that curb appeal is everything because the exterior of the home is normally the first photo that goes up.
It is.
And you don't want it to be some shoddy, horrible, you know what I mean? Like, clean it up.
Our MLS rules actually, it's the photo that has to be the first picture on the MLS.
And it has to show the address, the numbers.
So, clean your garage. People want to see the nice clean garage. That actually is a deterrent. Plant flowers, if you're available, depending on the landscaping in the area of the home or what it calls for. Remove lawn ornaments is the big one.
Tchotchkes. Remove the tchotchkes. And to go back to the plants though, if you don't want to actually plant them, little planters, we're always here to help too. We'll come there and sometimes we do it ourselves too.
Yeah, no, I've had that. I've done probably more than I should have for clients, but I don't mind. I mean, I cut grass.
Yeah.
I've gone there with the lawnmower and get their grass, help them out. I've some landscapers. It's fine. It's what we do.
I gave my buyer a lawnmower. I was like, here, handle that. You're gonna need that, girl.
I wanted to keep my lawnmower, so I just had it and left with my own. Remove or replace the welcome mat if it's beat up.
Yeah.
Nice, clean welcome mat. Street numbers. We're talking about that they have to be in the picture. They should also look crisp and clean. Yeah. And then power wash anything you need to. Siding, house, whatever, windows, sidewalk, whatever needs to be cleaned up with a power wash.
Yep.
Sometimes there's mildew, mold, anything that, clean it up.
And again, these are all things that we will help you with. We have no problem doing that. That's gonna sell the home. We're there for that. So.
Yeah, when we do a walkthrough, we notice like, ooh, okay.
Yeah,
like,
and we'll recommend it and suggest it, and if you don't like it, tell us, and we'll more than likely do it. Again, we are the professional, we know what's gonna sell the house, we know what's gonna be a deterrent. You have that sentimental value to the home, to where we come in as the outsider and we can point things out, and it's not meant to be malicious or facetious or, is that the right word?
Yes.
Man, I love these words. I always say these words and I'm like, is that the right word?
They're always right on point, just
I'm
go
always
with it.
doubting myself, guys.
Stop it!
Unless it comes to real estate, then pretty good.
There you go. Kudos.
Save!
Interior, you have to make it home.
Yeah.
You're
But
selling a
not
house to
cluttered.
somebody, but it's gonna be their home, so you gotta make
Yeah.
it feel like home. Not cluttered, not your home,
Right.
their home.
Yep.
So here's 10 things to make it feel more like their home. One, it's gotta be clean.
Please.
Mm.
Clean.
We have companies that will come and clean the house. That's what they do for the sale of the home. Two, give every room a purpose.
Yeah. You gotta let them walk in and not dominate and say, oh, hey, this is a pink baby's room, but put something in there that gives it, that vibe, gives it, like you said, a purpose.
Just a purpose. It doesn't have to be themed. It doesn't have to
No.
be, you don't have to paint it for a baby or a kid, but give it a purpose.
Yeah.
The flex room, give it a purpose of just a simple desk and make it look like an office, or an in-law suite, but give it a purpose.
Yeah, give it something. And if you don't have anything, let us know that. Don't be shy. Don't feel embarrassed or whatever it is, because trust me, we have plenty of stuff to stage. You know that. I have
Right.
half of a building full of staging stuff. So if there's something we gotta throw in the trucks and bring it over and make it, we'll also do that.
Yeah, a lot of people probably don't know that. We have the furniture, the pillows, the lamps, the
stuff.
tables. We have stuff to
Yeah.
give each room a purpose. It helps the home sell. If it's 4 walls and carpet or with flooring, it makes it more difficult.
Yep.
You don't want that. You want it to look like home.
Yeah.
Let the light in.
Yes.
So
Let there be light.
yes, let the natural light in anytime that's possible.
Yes. People love it.
Yes.
You want to walk in and not feel like dark and gloomy in the house. You want it to be vibrant and bright and fun and
Good
peachy.
energy.
Yeah. And the vibes, man. It's the vibes.
I'll fix anything that's broken. As an agent, when I'm walking through with my buyers, I'm turning on your faucet. I'm filling the sink and putting the drain catch in there.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm turning on the
opening that.
showers.
Yes, and then I get under the sink and I look for drips.
Yeah.
I do. Don't think that it's not going to be noticed, because the inspector's going to do it too.
Yep.
So we're flipping all switches. We're checking sinks. We're checking light bulbs. Or anything that we get a garage door opening sensors. We
We're-
walk through and make sure the sensors catch. So
We
it's-
are opening your closets. Please understand we are opening closet doors. Okay? Bedroom closets, pantries. We're opening all of that. So all that crappy just stuff in there, like, you know.
Right. Not in a violation of your privacy way.
No,
In a
we're not
way
creeping through
we
your
have
shit,
to-
but we gotta make sure the door opens and closes. We gotta look, you gotta see how much space is in there. They have to say, hey, you know, I have, he's got way more clothes than the wifey does, right? He's GQ all day, so he needs a bigger freaking closet than she does. So it's like, okay, which one are we going with? Is all my stuff gonna fit in here? Do I need this flex room to actually be my closet?
Declutter. We
Mhm.
talked about it already. 5 is declutter.
Yes, get rid of the stuff you don't use.
Yes. Make it purposeful but clean.
Yeah.
Declutter. All right. Paint and flooring.
Big.
So yeah, if the walls are beat up, stained, crayons, whatever, paint. Make it. You don't have to paint your house. I know it's expensive, but if it's really nice, or paint it. And the carpeting, same thing. If it's beat to crap, replace it. You
Either
don't have to
replace
do
it,
expensive.
carpet clean it, or acknowledge that we are going, that you are comfortable with putting in a credit, because it's going to be asked for. It's going to be asked. If I'm the agent and I walk into a house and I smell cat pee, and I can see the stains, or dog pee, or lizard pee, or you have a pig, whatever it is that you have. I don't know where lizard came from, but whatever. There's a gecko going across the wall.
Was that a gecko?
I am going to request a credit to replace the carpet.
100%.
I'm going to either ask you to replace it, or I'm gonna ask for a credit, because I'm doing the due diligence for my client.
And that's, keep in mind, worst case scenario. We want it clean, we want it replaced. If you're not able to do either one of those, then we'll do the credit. But again, you give a bad image for those buyers, and we don't want that. People walk away from homes for the silliest things, and that's one of them. They can't see the property with nicer flooring or painted walls.
They don't have the visual, they have to actually see it to believe it. And when you give them the idea, it's not the same, not everybody's like that.
Right.
And smell, I'm sorry, but if you have pets and that carpet is not clean, biggest deterrent. People will walk in, I've had clients, we have walked into a house and they walked out faster than I did. Because of the smell. And the funny thing is, you don't realize it because they're your animals and you're in that house
Your
every
nose
day.
blind to it.
You don't smell it, but somebody else could walk in and be like, whoa. So carpet cleaning is everything.
And that's in the carpet. There's other things we can do to help with that in the home.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to prime the walls, tobacco, smell, things like that. It actually absorb into the walls.
And then it bleeds.
Yeah, so you gotta prime and you gotta paint, and that will help out as well.
Yeah.
So we go.
And these are all minute things. If you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's gonna cost me $500. Okay, it's gonna cost you $500, but you're gonna turn around and sell your house for $300,000, $200,000, $100,000, $50,000. It doesn't matter. It's gonna sell the home.
Yeah, it does help, and it's the one thing that sometimes pushes the one buyer if they're walking as a couple, and the one person's like, "Oh my God, I have to have this."
Yeah.
Now, depending on the relationship, the other half is we'll give that spouse anything or partner anything that they want to make them happy.
Yeah.
So that matters, and that emotional connection comes through because that's the house. They feel home, and that's what we're trying to express here. Organize the kitchen. Everybody goes through kitchen cabinets.
Yeah.
They do. They open every cabinet. It's got to be organized. The cabinet should be clean, neat, orderly.
I agree.
See,
I was
and
so random. I was like, I had a client open the fridge once. I'm like, what are you looking in the fridge for?
Oh, all the time. I don't think I've been in a showing without that fridge being open.
Really? I
Every
giggle
single time.
so hard. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, if the appliances come with, I'm like, okay, like you're opening to make sure. I'm like, but what are you doing? I giggled so hard.
Maybe I create that kind of environment because I'm in, like, I turn on the
Yeah,
stove,
you do
turn the water on
everything.
to down.
Yeah.
I open and move everything, check every switch. I want to
Yep.
know. So I think I create an environment where you just gotta.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just giggle. I think it's funny.
Except for disclaimer: when it's a COVID-related request, not to touch everything.
Yeah.
We lay off at that point.
Yeah, because then the inspector, we rely on the inspector
Yeah.
to go ahead and handle that. Which they, of course, do need to go into every nook and cranny of your home.
Number 8, cleanup. Cleanup, like, for example, you have a showing. You have a showing scheduled at 6, and you have dinner, and those possible buyers, clients, they walk into pizza boxes
Yeah.
on the counter.
And
And paper plates and dinner and dishes.
I know it's inconvenient, but if you know that there's a showing, and you know it's around the time that you're having dinner, and don't make something that stinks to high heaven.
Yes, good point. I didn't even think about that.
It's so bad. You don't have to make cookies and put a smell on. Light a candle if you have one, but do yourself a favor. There's a lot of times where people walk in and smell, again, back to the carpet, smell is everything. When someone walks into a home, your first reaction is that smell. Aside from curb appeal, when you walk in, the first thing that slams you in the face is the smell. Smell is everything. It's just like if you meet a man or a woman for the first time, people have different things they go for. Some go for the eyes, the smile, there's so many, 99% of the time though, you're walking into a home and it's the smell that hits you right away. So, don't have a stinky house.
Fixed doors, number 9. We kind of touched on this a little bit. Oh, that's a big complaint. Feedback? Like, closet doors, this door, that
this
door.
door didn't close, this one was snug.
Doors. Just fix the doors. Trust me, fix the doors.
Yeah.
It's people walk away and they're like, I'm not placing an offer because the door. Like,
And do yourself a favor, because again, you have that sentimental attachment to the house. If you're selling a home, and we're of course coming from the buyer side on this, because if we're listing it, we're gonna point it out and be like, hey, that door's a little wonky. Let's go ahead and nudge that up. You know what I mean? So if you are selling your home, have an outsider, a neighbor, a friend, a family member come over and be critical. Be critical on the house and say, hey, give me your honest opinion. Can't get mad at them, because your goal at the end of the day is to sell the home. Our goal at the end of the day is to find a buyer that can see themselves living in your home that you want to sell. So have somebody else come through and be critical and tell you of the things that, hey, well, this is what I noticed, this is what you noticed, because you've lived there for so long, you're blind to it. You don't see it anymore. Where an outsider, it's key that it's an outsider to come in and say, hey, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, you have your memories that are part of that home.
Yeah.
That increase the value and your perspective of the value of that home.
Yeah.
In reality, the buyers don't have those memories. They just see the home for what it is. They'll create their own, but we gotta get them in there. Number 10, the final light bulbs.
Can you make sure they match? Please don't have like the yellow one and then like the fluorescent. It's like, oh man. Drives me crazy. That drives me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
So, all light bulbs,
Yeah, make sure.
same
they
strength and color,
Please.
and then please, and then make sure you place them. And then, you know, when you flip a switch and the light bulb doesn't come on, like the first thing automatically goes to the negative, like there's an electrical problem. No, it was just the light bulb wasn't replaced.
No one's gonna be like, oh, it's just a dead light bulb. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's electrical. And other thing, there's times where there's multiple switches for the same light, right?
Mhm.
So if you walk in the house and you have 3 switches, but you go over to the kitchen and there's those same 3 switches, make sure that they're all flipped the same way, because otherwise you're gonna walk in, the first thing you're gonna do is flip all the lights to one direction, and if they don't go on, or one goes on and one goes off, people are like, oh, it just I know it sounds so silly, because yes, people do understand that there's multiple switches, but again, at the time of the showing, it's a house. It's not their home yet, it's just a house.
And not
And they
familiar
have
with it.
10 more that they're gonna go and see. So if we wanna make it that home, not just a house. Thank you, thank you.
All right, that's our 20 tips.
Those are tips for the day, guys. Wah, wah.
Thanks for spending time with us as always.
Bye.
Bye.